Okay, headings, bearings, and surveying. Again, enrichment stuff. Get you ready for next year. Anytime you're faced with this and you see either of any of these words, heading or bearing, then you are dealing with directions. Now, what are the 4 directions? Never eat soggy wieners. Right? What do you guys say? Never enter what? Never enter Santa's washroom? Why? Santa's poop is particularly smelly?
Do you know what happens when you eat a lot of cookies and milk?
Oh, I guess so. His diet isn't very good. He eats an entire year's worth of food in one night, and it's not particularly good for you. Okay, good call. I agree with you. Never eat shredded wheat. That's the one. A lot of people use that one because, I would like to make some up one year. Shut up, Joel. I'm going to give you guys a new, no, you know what, I'm not. No, I am. Joel equals boring. There's an equation for you. Joel, why would you be, we were having fun with that. Why you got to be that way? We're in Santa's washroom. We're eating shredded wheat with no added sugar, no added salt, good and good for you. Do any of you get the big biscuits of shredded wheat so that your folks make you eat it ever? Have any of you ever eaten one of the big biscuits of shredded wheat? That's how shredded wheat used to come. It was just like a bowl of cereal, but it was like one brick of cereal. You can still get it. It's not bad. Right? It's easy. Oh, yeah. My mom used to give it to me hot. She would warm up some milk not in a pot on the stove, because it was 1979. There were no microwaves. There were, but we didn't have one, because back then they were like a nuclear reactor. Like, nobody could afford a microwave. The richest people in the world got microwaves. I didn't get my first microwave until 1986, when my grandpa bought a car, and the free gift that came with it was a microwave. Not a word of a lie. Like, that's how cool microwaves were. People were like, oh man, I'm buying a car. I spent $30,000. Got a microwave. Yeah. Which, of course, made my mom start experimenting with microwave cooking. Yeah, I know, right? We all know now that microwaves are good for one thing and one thing only: melting butter, warming up tea, and making popcorn. And otherwise, your microwave sits there collecting dust. I know, at least that's the case in my house. So my mother went crazy with the microwaving food, the microwave scrambled eggs, microwaving bacon. I know, it's so stupid. I was like, Mom, you used to be a good cook, and now you're not. But some of you have heard this story. I'm going to tell it anyway, even though we're running out of time. I don't care. And even though I'm recording it, I don't care. That was when the microwave food craze also started, the processed food that you guys all take for granted. Pizza pockets, taquitos, crap like that, yeah? So, the first one that came out was the Pizza Pop. Now, Ranveer's probably heard this story because I told it in grade 9. I go home after school. I'm a hungry kid. You guys are hungry. It's 3 o'clock. You need a snack, right? That's why everywhere else in the world has tea at 4 o'clock. Not in North America. No. We got to work until 5, damn it. Dinner's at 6. It's just the way it is. You got to go hungry from noon to 6. Doesn't matter how hungry you are. But everywhere else in the world has nice tea, 4 o'clock. Eat dinner at 9, civilized. So, I come home, 3 o'clock, I'm hungry, I open the door to the fridge, and Mom's bought these things called Pizza Pops. Well, that sounds delightful. Grab out the Pizza Pops, and being literate, I read the instructions. Remove from packaging, put on microwave plate, microwave on high for 1 to 1.5 minutes, remove, let cool, eat. Sounds good. Microwave, chow down. It's a Pizza Pop. It's not that great, but it's not awful, right? My brother comes into the kitchen while I'm eating my Pizza Pop. No, before I was eating my Pizza Pop. The microwave beeps. And my brother says, what are you cooking? Or what are you doing? I'm hungry. What are you eating? A Pizza Pop. You like those things? I do. They're awesome. Well, why is it in the microwave? Because I'm cooking it. It's a Pizza Pop. Yeah? Pizza popsicle? What? My idiot brother ate his pizza pop, frozen, solid, and was like, this isn't very good. And you laugh like I'm telling you this story for comic relief. I'm not. That actually happened. He thought it was pizza popsicle, and he ate it. I don't even know how he bit through it. I don't know. Fast forward 20 years, I'm on a hiking trip with some students, and I'm getting out all my hiking food, because it was a real hiking trip. We were taking in, we were hiking. And I'm getting out all my, rice and dried peas and beef jerky, stuff that's light that you can carry, right? Kid reaches into his backpack, pulls out a pack of Pizza Pops. What the hell are you doing? How are you going to cook those? I don't know, my mom put these in. We're hiking. What are you going to do? I don't know, I guess I'll just put them in the sun until they're soft enough to eat. All right, whatever. So I have, yes, exactly, 2 idiot Pizza Pop stories that I can share with my current students. Both of them, honest to goodness true. No need to lie. That's how you can tell a good story. If it makes everybody laugh like that because you think how much smarter you are than the idiots involved in the story, no need for exaggeration. So, I don't know how that came from Never Eat Soggy Wieners, but it did. So, next thing. Forgetting the directions, how far is this? 90 degrees, right? So we all know how to read this thing, except normally, where do we start counting? Down here, right? But in Never Eat Shredded Wheat, we start counting where? At north. So 0 transposes up to here. This is 0 degrees. So if I'm on a heading of 0 degrees, what direction am I traveling? Straight north. And then we go clockwise equals positive. So if I say, please turn to a heading of 87 degrees, and I am going north right now, which is right at you guys, do I need to turn right or left to get to 87 degrees? Right, correct? Because north, east, right? And 87 degrees would almost be east, so I'd be going right in front of Larry. Everybody with me? Now, does that change with where you are? For example, if I tell Amber to start walking on a heading of 87 degrees, does it matter that Amber is facing that way? No. Will Amber and I end up at the same place if we both leave at a heading of 87 degrees? Will we? Amber is starting there and going 87 degrees from where she is. Will she meet me at Larry's desk? No, because 87 degrees for Amber is the desk beside Hannah's, isn't it? Everybody with me? Because north doesn't change, does it? Everybody cool? All right. So this is 0. What's this? 90. What's this? 180. What's this? 270. And then back to here is 360, yeah? Everybody cool? Okay. Now, if clockwise is positive, then anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, because in Britain they say anti-clockwise, which makes me want to say that clockwise is uncle clockwise. Anti-uncle, get it? I know, right? How boring would it be? Is negative. So if I say, go, bring your heading around negative 22 degrees, that means I'm going clockwise, counterclockwise from where I was heading. Is everyone cool with that? Everyone is good? Okay. So everyone can read this? So if I were to draw a blue line at this heading, estimate that for me. What is my estimated heading there? 120? Sure. That's a heading of 120 degrees. Because that's 90, and then Alana's guessing that that's about 30. Is that cool? Okay. Now, can you use trig? Of course you can, because what do you make right here? A right angle triangle. So cartographers and navigators, air traffic controllers, pilots, they all got to know trig too. Except they got to know it in a full circle. Super. Yeah, totally you could. Why didn't you go? I said, man. All right. Everybody cool? Right? Everybody can do this? So if I fly 45 kilometers east and 17 kilometers south, you can tell me how far I've gone, right? Because it's just that triangle. Everybody cool? Yeah? Okay, now the next thing you got to be aware of is how we write this down. East, 40 degrees south. Where do you think that is? I'm going to number the quadrants the way we number them in math. This is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and this is quadrant 4. Where do you think east 40 degrees south is? In 1, 2, 3, or 4? Don't say it out loud, just think about it for a moment. Where do you think it would be? Because I haven't taught you how to read directions yet. Has everybody got an idea? Everybody has? Who is anybody willing to volunteer where they think that will be? In which quadrant? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Noah.
4.
Noah, you say 4. Why?
It's in between east and west, the south.
In between east and south. Okay. So Noah figures I'm going back down in here, yeah? Anybody disagree? Anybody got another quadrant they think it is? Where do you think it is, Kobe? You think it's in quadrant 1? Why? 40 degrees between 0 and 90. Perfectly legitimate way to think. Anybody else? Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to read this. This is your main direction. I forgot the C, so I've said direction. Main direction, and this is your adjustment. Adjustment direction. And this is your amount of adjustment. So east 40 south means I start going into the east. Everybody cool? But I don't actually go east. I turn south 40 degrees. Everybody with me? So I actually turn down here 40 degrees. Everybody cool? Which means I'm going at what heading? This is 90, so what heading am I actually going at? No. I added 40. 130 degrees. Is everyone cool with that? Everyone can read those? It'll be very helpful to you next year in both physics and math to actually know this already. Everybody okay? So we'll do one more and then we'll go on. Where would north 65 west be? So that's one way we could write it, negative 65 degrees, right? Or 295 degrees, yes? Or out here. Is everyone cool with that? And then, if I got to do trig for it to find distances, I know this distance is what? Or this angle is what? 65. Which means I also know this angle, don't I? What's this angle? I actually drew that very badly. 25. So I'd be going out somewhere out here. I know that this is 65. I know that this is 25. And if I have a map, I can now find distances. Okay? And that is exactly how we use it. Like you guys hear on, when a plane crashes, the plane was last seen at blah, traveling at blah speed. Right? This is how they work out where they're going to search for the wreckage or for survivors. They're doing this. So it has a real-life application, trigonometry. It's not just, drawing a triangle and looking across the street at your neighbor's building. Okay? Everybody with me? So let's look at this one. Stranded tourist on a kayak floats with the current for 40 miles at a bearing of 300. So as soon as you see the word bearing, what do you know you got to do? You're doing directions, northeast, southwest, right? So, where does 300 live? Out here, yeah? So if that's 300, what's this? $90. 60. And what's this? 30, right? Now, what are the components of the tourist displacement from the beach? So this guy's floated away from the beach, yeah? Components. Where is he? Well, he's 300 meters. Or he's 40 miles. Where? Out there. Right? Does that work? If you have a compass, you could find him, couldn't you? Find yourself at 300 heading, out you go. Is there other ways to find him? Could you get there by going east or west and north? Sure you could. So you could do, since you know this is 40, and you know 30 and you know 60, you can then tell me how far he is west and how far he is north. And then it's easy to find him. Everybody cool? How would you do it? Can you use 30 or 60? Can you? Sure. You know the 40, so if you're going to use 30, it's going to be west is down here and north is here, right? So it's going to be coast to find west and sine to find north. Everybody got it? What if I use 60? Then it's going to be coast for north and sine for west. Everybody good? Can everybody read a direction? Can everybody read a compass? Larry? Yes. Now, your job now is to find X with the knowledge that you have. And that's where I'm stopping for today. Okay? After you find X, you can either chill, which is perfectly acceptable, or you can have a look at those pages. Do a couple, make sure you can do them. Everybody good? Go diddly-o. And if you need to pee or get a drink, go do so. And if you have If you have measurement sheets to hand in for your group, do so there too. Okay, Anastasia, what do you need?
I feel a little bit confused.
With this one. Which part?
Which one?
Which part is confusing you? Excuse me. Which part?
Like here is north.
So I'm going at 300.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, well north is 360. And west is 270. Right? So west is 270 degrees. And I'm going at 300. So how far? 270 to 300 is 30 degrees.
So if I write here, it's 100. So
Then we would be going down. So if this were, let's change colors. You hold that. Let's use a different color. If I said this was 110, then it would be right down here. This is 90. This is 110. So how far is that?
so I need to.
And what angle is that? If this straight here is 90 and this is 110, then how far have I gone in the circle to get from 90 to 110?
20.
20. So that's 20, which means this side of it is automatically what?
It's 70.
70. So that's it.
She asked where. Sorry, the displacement.
So
I
the
just-
components, I need to know how far west and north he is. So I just do trig with 40, and then I can use either 30 or 60.
So if I do this, so I can either use this one or this.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank
Okay?
you. Yeah.
It's a gorgeous day. Why? Besides, you have math, so every day for you guys all semester is a nice day. Thanks, Noah. I know every day for me is a nice day because I see all of your smiling faces. Why would you say something so hurtful, Joel? I've been doing this for 17 years. You don't think I enjoy it? I enjoy this so much I do it in the summer. I enjoy school so much, Joel, that I have been in school every year of my life since September of 1980.
Whoa. He lived through a couple.
My first day of school was the Tuesday after Labor Day in 1980, and I've never left. I went straight from university, or from high school to university, and straight from university to teaching lovely young people such as yourself.